Climate adaptation, climate resilience, climate mitigation will require the engagement of everyone. Everyone needs to be involved in this global problem that we're facing with climate change. And how can we do that? How can we leverage that? By incorporating the vulnerable population that are the most affected by climate change in the form of droughts, reduced rainfall, desertification, soil degradation, and various issues that are caused by climate change. So what needs to be done? About $400 billion is being invested into aid and various rural development projects such as water project and reforestation. But are these funds going to the project? We think that there's a lot of waste and there's a lot of inefficiencies because there's a lot of overheads in these high profile charities and high profile organizations, NGOs, who are basically utilizing a lot of administrative tasks, a lot of administrative efforts. So much of that funding is diluted. Not all of that funding is going directly into projects. And what we want to do is funnel global finance, global climate finance, philanthropy, and corporate giving directly into frontline workers in development project. More specifically, water project. Access to water is a key indicator of rural development because everything starts with water. You can't plant trees without water. So water is the first element in a reforestation project, especially in arid and semi-arid areas. In Africa, there was a large project that started about 40 years ago that's called the Green Wall. And the goal of the objective was to fight desertification, was to combat desertification by planting trees. One thing about reforestation is that it combines mitigation, resilience, and adaptation. Typically, those are broken down into three different sectors, but with reforestation, you are combining 6 sustainable development goals into one. You're addressing the end of poverty, because trees can bring this vulnerable population out of poverty, because trees can generate fruits, vegetables, spices, or other commodities that this population can sell. The second SDG is access to water. Water is a key to life. Without water, there's just no life. So I'm not going to have to dig into that. It's pretty much obvious. Another SDG is biodiversity, which is life on land. Without trees, there can be no livestock. There can be no sustainable food supply. And then the other SDG goals are obviously decent work and climate action, because these trees are absorbing carbon dioxide. So there's decarbonization taking place here. And also trees are releasing oxygen, which we don't talk about enough. So to sum it up, what we want to do is really streamline investment directly into these development projects. Frontline workers like this gentleman here shown on the video are engaging in building wells in the most arid and the most vulnerable rural areas in West Africa. And we partner with these frontline workers. We provide them with the funding that they need. We will also help them gain more visibility in the development world. In the development world, there are a lot of silos.